Good morning, everyone. I am trying to make a hat that I will wear today at an event we're having here in my building. And it's called Dîner en Blanc, and it's a dinner we have once a year, and this will be the fourth year we've done it, where we all show up wearing white, and we have a nice little picnic. Hello, Kesh. So I just bought a new beard trimmer and cut half of this half off. I'm like the lady at the half man, half woman that you see at the freak shows. And so I thought, well, I'll make a hat to match my grooming, my haircut. So this half is going to be very plain, and then it hits the border here, and then suddenly it becomes all sorts of fun and frou-frou. That's my plan. And what does Kesh say? Okay, great. Well, he has to come and see me because that's how it's going to work. So anyway, I'm going to start making the hat. I'm using vinyl window shade material and hot glue, and I'll just cut a piece that'll go around my head. I think this is going to be big enough. I want it to be this is big enough. It isn't, probably. No. To make it bigger than that. Try again. Is this big enough? Yes, it is big enough. So I'm near Union Square in Somerville. If this ends up looking stupid, I'll shave the rest of my beard off, but I think it might look fun. Just see if this fits. Using hot glue, and as many of you know, when you've seen me in the past, you know that I burn myself quite often when I'm using hot glue. Hot glue is aptly named. So I'm thinking well, I think I can kind of mix and match. You know, I can have this could be the plain side, and the other side can be the frou-frou, and I can just turn it around and have it be the other way. If I want to have this side be the minimal side, so we'll see how this works. Yeah, Union Square is the landmark you would give him. So let's make add another one of these. here. This one will go here. And I have all sorts of stuff to add to this. I've got lace. I have fringe. I have a lot of stuff to work with my outfit here. Just going to put a little bit of glue right here in the middle. So if I were to do this, I'm going to run that from here. Over to here. There, that's kind of nice. What are your thoughts, Kesh? No thoughts. Why am I singing Lydia, oh Lydia, that encyclopedia? Why is my brain running that through my head? Well, clearly it's my ooh la la that I'm making here. No thoughts, people? Oh, I think I'll use a nice ribbon on this side. This will just be full of all sorts of shit, I think, is the plan. Make another one. This one may be taller. What do you think? Or no, we're like this. I think I need something right there. Nice rosette. Right there. don't really like the fringe. I think the fringe is not white enough for one thing. So I'm going to do a fringectomy here. There. I think that's better. I could do another lace thing though. I was using this lace as a pen wiper, so some of it's kind of dirty, but I can hide the dirt, I think. Come on. No one's watching. No one's interested in my hats. I can understand. I don't want to watch my hats. That's better. has a kind of je ne sais pas to it, doesn't it? Thoughts? I think I need 2 more of these little thingies. Maybe I don't need 2 more of those. Do I? What are your thoughts? Do I need them or not? How about, where did my ribbon go? There it is. Whoa. Oh, hot. Hot glue is hot. Hot glue is aptly named. Why is it named hot glue? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why it's named hot glue. Aptly named. Hi, Russell. I'm not only making hats, I shaved my beard, so I match my hat. Clean, soft as a baby's behind, gnarly and nasty, like an old man's behind. How's that for your thought of the day? It's not working. Yes, the flaneur. Actually, what this is, as you I'm sure know, is millinery. What a funny name for someone who makes hats. A milliner. Seems like a milliner should be someone that owns a mill factory and deals with that kind of thing. Perfect. Where's my glue? Where's my aptly named hot glue? And that's going to go right there, whether it likes it or not. Right there. I don't know if that was the right spot for it, but that's where it is. I think it looks kind of snazzy, as you said. Okay, I have to, the next part is to cover this up. I don't want there to be gold. I don't want there to be a color there. I want it to be made of something else. Will lace work? Can I make it be lace? Or should I make it be more of this stuff? Well, it has to be covered. It has to be, there's to be this first. I want to have it not show gold. Should I get out my pinking shears? Come on. Okay, let's do it better this time. Can we do it better this time? Yes, I think we can. Let's make it look better. To line up the zigzags exactly. Still not quite sure how these things are supposed to actually work to keep fabric from fraying. I just don't understand the math. God damn it. Do you understand the math, Russell Facemeyer? Is anyone else talking to me? Are we all done? Okay, now let's add some fun little other things. Do we want to have a little bit of lace in there? Or not? I think not. I think we're going to have the rest of it be the strapping. It's just going to have a little gob of these coming out. Twist these so they sort of have a life of their own. They look like cat whiskers running amok. Your socks are on. Well, you know, having your feet correctly shod and chaussured, that's the right word, is an important part of your morning duties as a gentleman. You daren't forget such important things. Like a barber, cutting each of these little thingies at different lengths. You daren't not. That's one of my favorite words in the English language, daren't. I just like it. Just makes it seem that there's a God of politeness that's watching over us, making sure everything is just so. And if it isn't just so, you better get ready for an eternity of gloom and rudeness. Oh, I daren't. I daren't. Dare I? Oughtn't I? Might I? No, I just daren't. I think this has to be folded. Not get folded very well, did it? Folded enough. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit more. No, I'm just going to call it a goddamn day. Should I call it a goddamn day, Russell Facemeyer? I need to do one more thing here. Center. Need to do this. Make a circle. Smaller circle. Well, no, let's make it this way. Make it a fringy circle. I don't really like this, but it's going to have to do. We do make some errors, and there's usually a time in every artist's piece they're making that they just say, "Oh, fuck it," right? You just say, "I'm ready. I'm done. Tired. I'm bored." Do you do that? Goddamn day. My brother sent me a picture that the neighbors took of our childhood home, and the new owners removed all of these decaying sort of lower decks we had and added all these big boulders to make little terraces. And I think my father would not be pleased, but my father's dead, so there's nothing he can do about it. looks also like they took down a lot of the big trees that were in the backyard. And that's maybe they had a tree surgeon out to say this tree is pretty dead. And many of them were, or not dead, but dying. So I think, they did probably a good thing. But it's just a weird thing to do. See the house you grew up in being changed by the new owners. And I did get to visit it. Drove by the house last summer, and it was neat to see, but sad to see at the same time, because you could see the changes that, well, you couldn't really see from the street the changes that were being made as well as you might if you were. See if I can make something that looks like a circle. That's pretty circular. I want it a little smaller than this though. Yeah, the decks were essentially they weren't really decks. They were retaining walls that were filled with dirt and a lot of plants that hadn't been worked on for years and years and years, but they they weren't going to get any better, even if you decided you wanted to use the same things. It would have been costly and probably impossible. There, I think I'm done. So what do you think? Should I wear the furry part of my hat on my furry part of my face, or do I mix and match and have it be like this? What are your thoughts, Mr. Facemeyer? I don't like the fact that these are all the same, so we're going to trim, 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 trim. There were three cypress, I think they were cypress pines outside my dad's bedroom window, and he referred to the pines as gossiping pines. They would sway in the wind, and of course they'll sway at different intervals of motion, and he referred to them as his gossiping, I think he called them women, gossiping women, and or gossiping ladies. And I think they probably have been removed, which is sad, because that was kind of fun. And maybe, but it did block a lot of the view, the view of the bedroom window. So in that sense, I guess it worked. Okay, you like the mix and match. Okay, well, we're just going to try something over here. We're going to cut zigzags here with my pinking shears. See what happens with this. I thought it would also, there's a term in heraldry where you change the background of a, you make it checkerboarded, and that's called countercharged. God damn it. I don't like this. Is my pinking shears fucked up? Is that what's happening? Pinking shears they work with, they're supposed to work with cloth, and you're not supposed to use any sort of scissors that were purchased for cloth to be used on paper. And this is not, these aren't paper, but it does feel like the scissors don't work. They feel like they're getting stuck. So anyway, I may countercharge my entire outfit, where I'll wear, you know, an ooh-la-la thing on my top of my head going in the right, have my beard on the left, have my shirt on the right, have my pants on the left, where the complexity of decoration and stuff is switched throughout the ensemble. That might be what I'll do. What do we think? A little bit of that action going on there. I think that looks kind of nice. Where's that going to go? Where's my hat? Can't find my goddamn hat anywhere. Where is it? No. The occasion is a yearly event. Well, this is the fourth time we've had it. And it's an event where we wear white. It's called Dîner en Blanc. We wear white, and we have a dinner where, in addition to, everyone brings their own food, their own plates, their own everything. Tables are set up, and then we sit down and eat. And the common denominator at these things is the white garments that most people remember to wear. Sometimes, though, people forget, and they are shamed into going back and putting something white on, because if you can't follow a simple rule, what good are you, you know? Yeah, so last year I wore I don't remember what I wore last year. The year before that, I wore a tablecloth, a crocheted, handmade tablecloth for my undercarriage, for my pants. And then I wore a shirt, and I had a big white and gold, or white and beige, white and off-white horsemanship ribbon, and then I had a hat like this of some sort. But I think that works. I think this has a certain look to it that I have a feeling no one else will be wearing this. So the counter change, huh? Much, God damn it. Lot, much. There'll be plain on this side with ooh la la on this side, and then back and forth, back and forth. So I need something for my I need some sort of outfit, that shirt that I can make swanky on one of the sides, the side opposite my beard, this side. No, this side, just to be on this side. And then my pants, I can have swanky stuff on that side. That's going to be the plan of the day. The flower on the hat? You mean the whatever this is called? It's the what do they call it in France? There's a term they have for that. Starts with a B. Ends with an ETTE, I think. Come on, Russell. Tell me. Rosette. It's called a rosette. Doesn't start with a B at all. It's a rosette. I should have a monocle rather than these stupid glasses. Maybe I'll take the glasses off because it sort of ruins the effect, doesn't it? Yes, yes, yes. I know you see the bags under my eyes this way, but I'll shave with a razor over here when it comes time. I'll shave the icky stuff off my neck and this little dark part of the hair there. So other than putting your socks on, what are you doing today on this final day of summer, as some people call it? Oh, nice. Well, I've finished with my. Oh, good. Well, I hope you post them so I get to see what they look like. See, I think I can wear this. This thing. I'll tuck this into my belt, or maybe my shirt pocket on the other side, or something. We'll figure this out. Well, I probably should get. I don't know why these things are showing on the. hide. I don't know how to do that. Anyway, I think I probably should get ready, have some breakfast, and then have some lunch. Should find out whether the person who's making my dinner for me tonight is still planning to come. He used to live in the building, and I was mentioning the thing we're having tonight, and I invited him to come. He was talking about how much he missed living here at Brick Bottom. So he's making the food that we will consume, and maybe he'll bring his girlfriend along with. And I've got hats for them already made. This is a new one that I made, obviously. You just saw me make it. So anyway, that's the plan. See you later.